As a last-ditch attempt to not play episode 4, let's play RandRod, Random Level Generation in Rise of the Triad. Random level generators are not new to Rise of the Triad. There was one in Wolfenstein 3D Spear of Destiny, although this is the one in Wolfenstein 3D that I'm using for demonstration purposes. And right here, this is the kind of level that you'd get if you decide to put everything on the highest difficulty possible. How fun! How would you make random level generation with Rise of the Triad? This is where RandRod comes into play. Although, unlike Wolf Creator, this one is command line based, so there's no graphical interface. You gotta type in if it's a multiplayer level or single player, how mazy the level will be, the name of the file, how many levels you want in your file, how much stuff you want into your level, the number of actors, as well as the random generation seed. No, not that kind of seed. And finally, you could tell RandRod to show the levels that you're creating. So let's type all of this in order to have ourselves a wonderful episode for us to play. We're gonna pretty much manually adjust everything. Sure, it takes some time, but at least you don't have to type all of this. You can just type game and be done with it. So here we go, we can see our levels being made. This is so colorful! And this is so gloomy too. Oh god, I really don't want to play this level. But I bet I'm gonna have to. Alright, our episode is done. We can finally play our finely crafted collection of square rooms stuck next to each other. And here's the big difference. RandRod doesn't replace the entirety of your game. So unlike Wolfenstein 3D where you had to type in some command to restore all of your level, you just go into the setup to load your levels. And you can finally play them. So, as you might have noticed earlier when I was showing the levels that RandRod will create whenever it was creating them, well, this is pretty much a selection of blocks that are put into the game. Basically, RandRod just picks up a whole bunch of blocks and sticks them all together in order to achieve a level, although the process itself had to be pretty tricky considering all of the obstacles that this game had, as well as the things that made the level vary, for instance the elevated staircase, but essentially they were all playable. You pretty much had every kind of obstacles into the game, including those turrets. Hell yeah, how I love them. Levels that were made in RandRod were nothing to write home about, but at least they do work, which is more than we can say about certain user levels. Yeah, RandRod can put in patrol robots into the level. They can even make their patrol routes and padding work all correctly. RandRod can use pretty much all of the capabilities of the engine, except for switches, I think. This is the only thing you can do. However, you can see one thing that's gonna get old really fast in most RandRod levels: shooting people with a pistol. Get ready to see that a whole lot. Levels also tend to have some gimmicks. For instance, you can sometimes be stranded into the middle of hell because there are flaming walls everywhere, and for some reason they really like to make mazes out of these, so it's even more annoying. It's even more annoying because there's a million of the same enemy, because there's strike teams everywhere. Something that RandRod will do, and which I've never seen happen into the Wolfenstein 3D level creator, was to not systematically use every enemy of the game in any single level. Although to be fair, Wolfenstein 3D only had like 5 enemies. Oh, and also it makes you appreciate Over Patrol for being menacing, because knives are rare into RandRod. And also, something which is kinda annoying about RandRod is that most of the time you will never get any weapons near your startup area, so you're stuck with your pistol. Hell, most of the random levels in Wolfenstein 3D give you the chain gun into the first room, but here, you don't have that kind of luxury. Oh, come on! Why must it take so long? Oh god. Another complaint I'd have with RandRod is that most of the time missile weapons are really rare and you're not sure whenever you'll get bullet weapons too. But hey, occasionally you do luck out. And some other times you are very, very lucky. Yeah, God mode in the first 15 seconds of the level. Ain't that a hoot? So, due to the nature of level building in RandRod, it's not uncommon to see really reminiscent level parts into similar levels. For instance, just look into this little room with the 2 flamethrowers that are moving and the one on the back. And here it is again, in another level. 3rd time's the charm! But hey, you can also get this in some other instances. For instance, this little staircase over here, which is made out of gas, and with dead guards at the extremity of them. Yeah, here it is again, into another context. So eventually, because of all of these similarities, you do end up getting bored of those levels. But sometimes things go wrong. Oh my god, why is there so much fog? Am I blind? Or is this what it feels like to die? Because, oh my god, my poor eyes. I don't know where the enemies are. When I was saying that RandRod can do a lot of things, well, it can do push walls, but most of the time they're completely useless. Do you need help getting out of here, dude? Glad I could help. Sometimes there is a huge contrast between levels. For instance, this level is a huge barren wasteland, because just look at how empty this level is. And on the flip side, the very next level is a confusing maze of clusterfuckness. Yeah, I don't know if clusterfuckness is a word, but hey, I don't care, because fuck this level. It's a huge maze that no one can ever escape out of. But come on, enough explaining about RandRod. It's now time to play a level blind. Also with live commentary, so good luck. Oh god, it's even struggling with the loading. Oh great, it's another one of those oh my god. Oh wow, a weapon. Incredible. Okay, and it's... Now, the only thing that I must not do is to burn myself. So, just in case that you couldn't figure out, I'm currently playing... oh god. I'm just scared to move around into this place. I really hope the entire level is not some sort of Machiavellic fire maze. I don't even know if that's an English word. Please tell me. So, alright, we're carrying on slowly but surely, and we're still gonna burn to death. No matter what the things that we are doing. And oh god, there's over patrols into. Okay. Because over patrol guards are now threatening because I don't have a knife, and in fact I don't think I've even seen a random level okay. Sorry that I disturbed you into your little corner there. Ho ho. Oh god, it's a phantom door. Okay. Was it the guy who opened the door? I really don't know. But yeah, this is the fire level. Thank you for coming. Oh, hey. Okay. I believe that there was just some sort of life item into this little thing. And oh boy, this is the most interesting commentary that I've ever done. Hey, get away from here, you jerk. So, yeah. Oh yes, this is my favorite trademark of RandRod. Finding keys, because yeah. At least it doesn't look like that all of the rooms are worthless, so at least I gotta comment myself. Oh, thank you. Whoa. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I heard somebody shoot a missile, or maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, there's little devils with the pitchforks and here. Oh god, I'm dying because I'm in a net. Okay, no. Okay, you're not putting me again into a net. I'm not a fish, and neither are you. Jesus. Okay, this is not gonna be any kind of picnic, or if this is a picnic, this is the kind of heavily nasty picnics where people just cook. Okay. Oh god, there's just a whole lot of people all around the place. And right now I already have no bearing about where I'm going, so yeah, that's gonna be a good level. Oh boy. Okay, doesn't it? Okay. He didn't see me for 1 second, but the tables have turned and now there's a guy in my ass. In relation of a place, because I do not want you to interpret this little subject here as a literal manner. Wow, there's another pistol right here. Just imagine it, if I had 3 hands, I would be able to use a pistol. So, yeah, I'm surprised. Oh god, I'm surprised that... So here we go, this is what it was all about. Random level generating in Wolfenstein 3D related games. Because, well, the concept pretty much works the same into all of the other games, although I guess that in Rise of the Triad it's somewhat more spectacular because of all of the extra things that the game had. For instance, all of the traps, and especially stuff like the gravitational disc that would make stairs and all of this. I know there has been some inconsistencies with the review, considering that, well, the first random level generator that was released was for the Wolfenstein 3D add-on Spear of Destiny, but then again, the Steam version of Spear of Destiny unfortunately does not include the level editor, and thus I couldn't showcase it, so hence why I decided to showcase the level editor that was showcased in Wolfenstein 3D instead, even though that one came out after RandRod, judging from what I've read about the subject. So, this is it for this showcase of shooting people randomly into random made levels that you randomly make whenever you randomly feel like it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned, as for the next video, we're finally gonna tackle episode 4. Yep, the time has finally come. Yes, and I will not cry. I promise.